drive hard. There we go. So again, I'm holding him. He bumps me hard. Bump me twice. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. And takedown. There you go. Hey guys, it's Ray White at the Mushin Academy in Battle Creek, Michigan, bringing you some more techniques for Muay Thai and MMA. Here with Chavez Russell. Today we're going to work on a shoulder bump series that we use kind of a dirty boxing infighting technique that is not really a derivative of Muay Thai, pulled mostly from Kali and then just from some of our own insights, just from working a lot of clinch and working MMA. Some of this is a little wrestling based, and some of this is a little Kali based, which is the Filipino martial arts. But it's the technique and also the way that we apply it that makes it useful for MMA and Muay Thai, because you will find yourself in the clinch in a contested struggle of two people resisting in that grappling scenario. And so we're going to need to make space so that we can strike, okay? Sometimes you use that just so you can repummel and get a better position. And sometimes you're going to just use that so you can, maybe you're a better striker. Maybe you just want to bang and you want to use that to make an opening. Okay, so the first one, actually we're going to come just a little closer so you guys can see. In this position, a lot of times you're going to be clinching and the guy's going to have his head on your shoulder to shoulder here. So they're trying to protect their head so that they can't get hit. Okay, so maybe I got overhooks, maybe I got underhooks, maybe it's 1 and 1 one side, 1 and 1 the other, okay? But since I want to give him a target and I don't want him to punch me in the chops, I'm going to put this pad on his shoulder here, on his shoulder blade, and that's going to help me actually put some resistance into this clinch. So I'm holding him, but he's going to give me the shoulder bump, drive me away, and uppercut, hook, and cross, okay? I'm going to turn it here so you guys can see. My head is on his shoulder, and I'm holding him here, and I'm holding him here. So this is literally a position you can find yourself in. And he's just going to drive with his hips and his legs. It's not just me using my shoulder. You may find yourself in a position where you don't have your legs and feet under you. You're up against the cage or the ropes, but the guy's got his head close to you or his chest to chest. And yes, you can just shoulder bump. But in an open area, if you have your feet under you, drive with your hips and your legs so you can knock this guy back and create just enough space so that he can get this uppercut to creep up through the cover, okay? Because again, we're body to body. He's gonna bump and he wants just enough space to get that uppercut. It may only be enough room, if we don't separate, it may only be enough room for that glove to come up in between us, okay? That might be all you get, okay? So we're just gonna practice making that space and throwing the uppercut. So I'm holding him here. He's gonna bump me, uppercut, hook, and cross, okay? And then he's actually gotta move my body weight, so he actually gets to feel that. Now, if his shoulder driving into my chest is too painful, because this hurts when you guys do it right. He's driving with his weight, he's driving his body, just put this pad up. Now you don't get the same grappling resistance. If you use a full body protector, that might help. Or you can just take the other focus mitt and put it here. And he can drive, uppercut, hook, and cross. Okay, so one more time. I'm in here holding him. He's gonna drive hard. There we go, okay? Quick, hard uppercut, hook, and cross. Okay, if I can get him if I can pop his head up, create an opening, then I'm gonna hook, I'm gonna cross, okay? So again, I'm holding him. He bumps me hard, and he's moving me, okay? I'm 212 pounds. He's moving my big fat ass right off him. He bumps me. There we go. One more time. Here, bumps me. Good. Okay. Now, a lot of times this is contested. This is a contested position. He's going to bump me twice. 1, 2. Okay. Really simple. Just 2 hard shoves. 1, 2. Okay. This time I'm going to put the pad up here because he's starting to hurt me. 1, 2. One creates enough space that the second one hits with a little impact. So he bumps me 1, bumps me twice. Okay? Because maybe, again, we're clinching hard, And I'm resisting. So he shoves once, twice. Okay, there we go. And again, you try different things to loosen up the clinch. Sometimes the shoulder bump is the key. Sometimes the shoulder bump just leads to something else. But if you do get that opening, give him that shot. Okay, now that's on this side. If his head is hiding on the other side, I put this glove on the other side. Over here I had this one. That was simulating my head coming off his shoulder. This time it's this one on the shoulder. He bumps me off. There we go, other side. You can either switch your lead, stay orthodox, or even just square up and let your hands go. The important thing here is the shoulder bump. He bumps me off. He bumps me off and knocks me down. Okay, so he bumps me off. Uppercut. There we go. Uppercut, cross hook. If he keeps his left lead, slow motion, he bumps. Uppercut, cross hook. There we go. Okay, double bump on this side. So 1, 2, uppercut, cross hook. There we go. Let's switch it around. One more time with the double bump. 1, 2. Good. Okay, so that's just driving forward. Now, if you want to get dirty, and again, this might draw a foul if you're talking about sports. If you're talking about self-defense, it doesn't matter. Okay, just like in wrestling, a lot of times we'll use our head. Okay, that head can come from underneath the chin, can go from the side. Okay, we're going to do the same thing with our shoulder. I'm going to drive forward with one, but then I'm going to drive up. Because a lot of times he's pushing into my head, so his head is right on center. Okay, he's trying to take my center, I'm trying to take his. I'm going to come underneath it and drive up. Okay, doesn't work if I'm pushing his head away, but a lot of times he's pushing back into me. So I go forward, I go up. Just like that, and I get his chin. Okay, boom. So it's forward, up, or in this case, we're gonna go forward, up, forward. Okay, nice little 3-beat. 1, 2, 3, and then pow, pow, pow. Okay. So, get my gear back on. And this one, because there's a little bit of range, I do tend to get beat up a little bit, so I'm gonna actually hold the pad here. He's gonna bop me back, bop up, bop me forward, uppercut. Yeah, just like that. Okay, so again, we're here. He jabs forward, he comes up, forward, boom, just like that. Okay, again, this is all from the clinch position. I'm on the other side. He goes forward, he goes up, he's forward, uppercut, cross and hook. Okay, slow motion. See, I'm in here, jumps, forward, he jumps forward, boom, he goes up, he goes forward, boom, uppercut, boom. Yeah. Okay, that's in the close range. Okay, one more from the inside game is the elbow. And of course, a lot of you are probably thinking, why punch when I can elbow? Sometimes it's just hard to make those angles, get around the arms. But if you can make the space, you can make it work. And when we're in this tight, if you're looking for your usual vertical elbow or your diagonal elbows, that you're taught, it might be hard to get this much room. But if we work and just turn our body, suddenly if I can get room for my glove, but I turn, I can make this vertical elbow work on this range or this plane. Okay. Instead of trying to get it here, which is great, you see this a lot where they're in here banging, pop, pop, and they just jam this one or they jam this one forward. Well, we're going to do the same thing, but we're just going to turn, but we need to make space for it. So we're going to shoulder bump, which is going to load this rear shoulder, and then we're just going to turn here. Do not elbow your holder in the face. Okay? Make sure you hit the pad here. And we're going to go slow to start, just so you guys can get the theory. And we'll move a little closer here. But again, we're here head to head. He's just going to shoulder bump and then elbow, diagonal up. Bang! Okay? But I'm going to put the pad in the way and move my head out of the way. Okay, so we're here. He's going to bump, elbow, snap it down. There we go. So it's up elbow, but you're turning your body, twisting, driving with the hips and the shoulders here. Okay? It's almost like he wants to elbow me standing over here. Boom! Okay? But my head happens to be here. Yeah. So he's got to twist his hips a little bit to make the range. So he bumps me off, up, snap, down. Good. Good shoulder movement. So he gets to come up, he gets to come back, and then he can go down. Okay, make sure you guys cover yourselves while you're elbowing. If he can elbow me, I can elbow him. So he wants to make sure he's got one hand covering. Okay. So as soon as he gets in here, boom, bang. That's it. Okay. From the other side, on the same shoulder. Okay, so I'm here, he's gonna bump me off, but he elbows up diagonal. Snap and down. Okay, so up like that. Okay, up like that on the other side. Not forward, but you're gonna turn the corner, because this is gonna slide right along his chest. Whoop, like that. So I need just enough range. We're in here clinched up tight, fighting through knees. I know his head's here, okay? But how am I gonna get there? I create a little space, snap that elbow up, okay? So boom, create the space, snap the elbow up. Slide this right along. I don't have the big gloves on, so it's a little easier for me. But we're here, could be in the full clinch, okay? He's gonna bump, he's gonna elbow by twisting, bang, and then snap and down. Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's all right. Okay, so one more time with the pads. Okay, so we're in clinched. Okay, we're wrestling. We're here. He's gonna bump. He's gonna elbow up. There we go. I didn't get a good hold. But bump, snap, bang, bump. There you go. So up, snap, down. Just because his up, yeah, there you go. It could be actually on this side. It could be this could be up, down, snap. I forgot he was on the other side. So he goes up, down, snap. There we go. Okay. So you don't have to always punch. It just seems that sometimes the uppercut is easier to throw because it's in tight. You can just make a small adjustment to your clinch and get that one in there. I can have the head. I can bump and go to the uppercut, but I can also bump, go to the elbow. Okay. Same thing on the other side. It's all about opportunity. It's all about space. Okay. All right. Thank you. Okay. We can also shoulder bump from the long range, okay? Guys like George St. Pierre, Donald Cerrone, really good at closing the gaps between the striking and the grappling, and from the grappling back to the striking. So what he's gonna do here is he's gonna start a fist fight. I always like to say this, start a fist fight and then cheat. And by cheat, I just mean change it up. Put it into a range or a system that you're better at than the other guy. So he's gonna lead me to think it's a fist fight. He's gonna come in like he's doing a takedown, but he's gonna abandon it. Here I would start to sprawl. He's just gonna abandon it, but use that forward momentum to try to push me off balance, knock my head back or my torso back, and then he's just gonna go right back to striking, okay? So we're at long range here. He throws a combo. He comes in, he bumps. Yeah. Okay. Same technique, just at a different range, but he's driving with his rear shoulder in this case. So he comes in and he bumps, and then he goes with an uppercut. You could. This is a lot like just coming in with the big overhand, except we're just using that as the bump. Okay. And again, we're making it look like this is a takedown. So I throw my combination and I go here, but this is really a bump so I can get back to the striking, okay? Just enough to make him worry about the takedown so you can go back to popping him in the face, okay? So 4 count, he comes in, bumps me off, and he goes, and then he maybe feels it, you just, go with the drill. But I think the uppercut and the strikes to the head to get him off balance, and then you can finish it up however you like. It could also be strike, bump, strike, takedown, because then you just can overload their system and just keep them guessing. Okay, so he could go 4 count, overhand bump, boom, uppercut, and takedown. He just shoots, boom, there you go. Okay, so. You just take these pieces and put them in your game. Okay, so that's how we do the dirty, little dirty boxing there with the shoulder bump left and right, single bump, double bump, forward, up, forward, and then from the long range, faking the faking the takedown, but using the momentum. Thank you very much. If you guys want to see some more, make sure you like this video and click that subscribe button. Thank you very much. See you guys.